Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome back to a Hitman Freelancer video. In my previous video, the Ultimate Freelancer Guide, I did mention that I will be doing a video focused on the best disguises for Freelancer. What that actually means in this video, we'll be covering each map in order of the game's, overall across all the Freelancer maps. And we'll be showing you from all the start locations I can remember, showing you how to get the best disguises around the map. It's important to have a really good disguise when you're doing these freelancer contracts because it's going to help you access a wide range of areas without resulting into any kind of issues with trespassing zones. So it's best to get the best disguises straight away and get them out of the way so you don't have to worry about it. So it's going to help you out quite a lot in the long run, especially with showdowns. So I'm going to go through each map that we have in Freelancer, starting with Paris. And I'm going to try and get through all the start locations that I can remember. And I'll leave the name of the map on the screen as well, so it will help you figure out where you are and what you want to do. So let's get into it, but just remember this is going to be a little bit of a long video, so just sit back, relax, and try and remember as much as you can, and try and come back to this video whenever you can for reference sake. So starting off with Paris, the first location I remember is the attic. Now you can get a really good disguise from these locations, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video. But so straight away from the start, you can grab that fire extinguisher right there and throw it at the guard furthest away from you. You want to do that so you don't cause any overall panic. You don't want to do you don't want the other guard to see you basically, so we don't want to cause any witnesses. But it's a good way of getting a bodyguard disguise. The second location in Paris is the pile driver bridge. So straight away, skip the opening camera panning shot that's panning around the Paris. Skip it straight away and slide all the way down the ladder. You want to do this so you beat the bodyguard that's coming around the shed. So pull out your classic baller. We're going to come up the stairs now, and we're going to stay crouched as we come up. And the idea is, what you're going to do is point your gun straight at Helmut Kruger. You want the bar to fill up about 90% of the way, and just as it's doing it, you don't want to drag. You want to basically just sidewalk across the hedge. And basically, when you break the line of sight, that is the last point he's going to walk to. So we're going to get right in front of the window right here. We grabbed a hammer from inside the shed. We knocked him out. You can put his disguise on right now if you don't care about hiding the bodies. But if you do care, it's going to be a little bit of a tight one. You might want to chuck him through the window straight away and try and hide his body in the crate if you can. But this is a very powerful disguise for Paris. You can pretty much get anywhere apart from the attic. So it's a very, very strong disguise you can have in Paris. It's very good for showdowns. In Sapienza, we're going to start at the Sapienza ruins. So this is one of the start locations you may have. Now again, I'm going to go under the assumption that you only have the classic baller if you're a new player. Now if you have a suppressed pistol, the best thing you can do to get a good quick security guard disguise is take out your pistol and shoot the top of that ruins block a couple of times, and it's going to alert the guard and he's going to come all the way down to investigate what the noise was. That way you can take him out quite easily rather than running all the way up these stairs like we're doing now and having to knock him out up the top. But it is a quick way of getting a security guard disguise straight away if you start in this location. And this can access pretty much everywhere apart from the underground tunnel. Next start location will be in the main square tower. I don't think I can remember it anymore after this. But the first thing you want to do is head down one floor. Come out of this door out this outside onto the balcony. Climb through the window. There's going to be a bodyguard in here. It's not a good disguise, don't worry about that one. There's a crowbar there. We're going to knock him out and destroy the evidence. That'll take out all the cameras across the map. That's an important thing to have as well. So it's a good start location overall for Sapienza, I think. I think it's better than the ruins. But I'm going to show you another good powerful disguise right here as well while I'm here. That crowbar may or may not be there on Freelancer. Just keep that in mind as well. I'm just going to throw that crowbar over here after we open the door. I'm going to stay in the corner. It's going to distract the chef that's inside, or the kitchen assistant. He's going to come outside to investigate, and that'll give us a chance to knock him out. If you want to hide the body, you're going to have to drag the body all the way down the bottom of the stairs. There's going to be a crate down there, but it's a bit of a drag. But you've got a powerful disguise that will get you pretty much anywhere in the mansion area. Moving on to Marrakesh, we have the lamp store rooftop. You should have a guard right here. I'm going to quickly take him out. And the woman here, take her out. She drops a key card that will get you through into the consulate building. You can take that disguise if you want to, but it's not a very good one, so I'm going to leave it for now. And if you are trying to access the school area, this next disguise is something that you're going to probably need. It's going to allow you to run around the school pretty much risk-free. So we're going to climb all the way down here, slide down the pipe into the cafe. Now we're in the cafe, we're going to go into the corner of the area. There's going to be like a staff room at the back. Close the door behind you, and then turn on this ice box. Turn it back off. That's going to distract the waiter inside the cafe. He's going to come and investigate. Wait until the door closes before you attempt to knock him out. Now again, with this disguise, this will allow you free access all around the school without any trouble. So it's again a strong disguise if you're trying to get around the school area. Next start point is the school alley, and a lot of people complain about this, but this is actually the best spawn point for Marrakesh in my opinion. What we're going to do is peekaboo the guy with the red beret. So he's got elite guard disguise. He can pretty much get anywhere on the map. That's why you want this disguise. So what you're going to do, again, let the bar fill up to about 70%. He'll walk away before it breaks line of sight. He's going to come over. We're going to press our body against these crates and subdue him from around the corner. As soon as you get that subdue prompt, spam it. Pick up the rifle and then drag his body a little bit further away so the other guard that comes over by the window doesn't spot it. It's important to skip the opening camera panning shot at the very start of this as well. Once he starts leaning out the window, we can hide his body and then put his disguise on, and this will allow you access to anywhere in the consulate building, anywhere in the school, pretty much anywhere in the map. It's the most powerful disguise on the map. Very good start location. Next one is the consulate parking garage, and we can do pretty much the same thing, get the same disguise. Turn on this radio straight from the beginning, and then turn it back off. Again, the guard locations may vary when it comes to Freelancer, whether it's an alerted territory or not, so just keep that in mind. This is just a base idea of where you can get your disguises and rough idea of how to get them. We're going to subdue this guard right here as he comes to investigate. Drag his body behind this truck right here, stay there, and then drag him all the way across here once the guards have got all their backs to you, and then drag him into this room. If there's a guard obviously patrolling around this area because it's an alerted territory, it may be a little bit different for you, but ultimately you'll want to knock out this guard and grab this guard right here. Turn the radio back on if the guy with the red beret is the closest one to the radio, and if he is, he will come over to investigate like he's doing now. Now, I'm actually showcasing all of these in the actual main campaign. So again, this is why I said the situations may vary, purely because some things are a little bit different at Freelancer. And I couldn't obviously record all the clips Freelancer because I don't have the contracts available for me. But once he comes to investigate, we've done the same thing with him. But this time we can leave the body here, take his disguise, and there we go. We've got the most powerful disguise on the map. Moving on to Bangkok, we're going to start at the Riverside Landing. And a good way to get a quick disguise is usually a guard at the end of these steps in Freelancer. You can actually go in here and use a coin and throw it in the corner to distract a security guard if you wanted to. Alternatively, if he's not there, we can come through here and get ourselves a different one. So come through this room. There's going to be a security guard in here. What we're going to do is peekaboo him. Let him see us for a little bit. Again, the same method as we did in the previous ones. And then we're going to subdue him around the corner. Now the guy with no clothes on, he's going to come out and hear it. So he's going to come around to investigate what that noise was. So we're going to quickly change our disguise. Press our body against the wall.
You gotta be.
And wait for him to come over. So we're going to subdue him as well. Same thing. No body found. Both bodies hidden. Done. Next start location is going to be at the Atrium Bar. Now from this start location, we can actually get ourselves a key card from the desk. So once we get the key card from the desk, we're going to go. This time we're going to go and get a hotel staff member disguise, because that is quite a strong disguise. The guy that just gave us the key card, we're going to basically use their disguise. And that's going to allow you access to pretty much anywhere in the hotel apart from Jordan Cross's suite, pretty much. The most powerful disguise on the map, I think, is the security guard outfit or Jordan Cross's bodyguard. But there's a lot of powerful outfits on this map. But once we get access to 47's suite, we can now use the room, use the phone to call room service. There we go, got all the words out in the end, in the right order. Now, 47's either going to tell him the bed's not properly made, or the minibar's not been replenished, or the toilet is broken. One of those three is going to say. Either way, a male and a female member of staff are going to come in the room. The male member of staff is going to go and investigate whatever you reported. And as he goes off, you can knock out the woman, then knock out the gentleman, take his disguise, and you'll have a nice little hotel staff member disguise that will access you most areas of the map. Just be wary of any enforcers that may be around once you use these disguises, because it's not like an invincible disguise. They have nerfed some of these outfits a little bit for Freelancer. Just keep that in mind. But that covers Bangkok. Moving on to Colorado, the first spawn point we have is the Old Orchard. So this spawn point is a bit annoying. I don't recommend going for that guard in front of you. I recommend just running all the way around the map here towards the north area of the map. Avoid that camera on your left. We need to do this quickly before the guards form at that gate, so making sure that we skip the opening camera panning shot and just basically run straight to this area over here. This is the start point from the main Colorado campaign, this right here. You might recognize this area. So what we're going to do is just turn off this generator and then turn it back on. That's going to allow us to distract this guard right here. There's going to be different guards for different sections of the map. However, most outfits will basically access all the areas anyway, so the only difference of the disguises you'll need is for the house. But if you need a guard outfit to just roam around the map, there's an easy one to get right here. So subdue him. There's a crate right there, has a while to hide his body. And we'll have a nice disguise in about a minute or so. There we go. Next area in Colorado I started is the water tower. So again, not a lot of people like this location either, but what you want to do is slide all the way down this ladder right here. There might be a guard to your left there on Freelancer, just be wary of that. But we are going to quickly subdue this guy right here that's leaning over the ledge. The other guard might hear it. He's going to come to investigate. We're going to press our body against this little wall, drag him around the corner, subdue him like that. The other guard in the corner, you can do the same thing. He should be distracted by doing something in the corner. But you can take his disguise here, and there you go, fresh disguise. The last one is the West Bridge. So what we're going to need to do for this one is immediately go right. I'm going to circle around the map. This one might be a little bit tricky for newer players, but just you need to do this fast. That's the only way of doing it really. It's a little bit risky, but it's entirely up to you whether you want to do this or not. But I found this to be the quickest and easiest way to get this guy. So stay to the left, crouch, press your body immediately on the box, and then subdue him from around the corner straight away. So he will slightly see you as you approach him. Immediately press circle to press your body against the box, and you'll be able to subdue him from the corner. In Hokkaido, we've got the Tobias Reaper's suite. With the classic baller, I'm going to shoot off a gunshot on the floor, and I'm going to hide in the bathroom. There's a pair of scissors in there. What we're going to do is exit the bathroom, throw the scissors at the furthest person at the front, and subdue the guy from the back. That was a punch glitch right there, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a quick way of getting a guard outfit straight away from Tobias Reaper's suite. If you don't have a classic baller, you can also create a distraction in the room, throw something in the room, and there you go. Next start location is the morgue, and I don't really like this start location, but the only reason it's good in another situation is basically there's an evidence box right there. There's a security room with the evidence. You can take it out straight away. But you do have to wait a while for this conversation to be played out, because you need to wait for them to have the backs to you. But once we exit the blend spot, what we're going to do is come around this area. There might be a guy patrolling up and down. You can take him out first if you'd like. But once you have done that, or if he's not there, come straight into the security room, subdue this guard, and take him out. There you go. You'll have a nice guard disguise that will access nearly every part of the map. And I think it does access every part of the map. It's a very powerful disguise to have. Moving on to Miami, we have the event entrance. And if you do this straight away, you won't get spotted. If you stay to the right, you won't get spotted there. Just run straight across the hedge. Don't stop moving. Come into this window. Overflow the sink on the right. Then turn it back off once it's created a distraction. So what we're going to do is wait for him to approach the door. We are going to open the door, waiting for him. Otherwise this is not going to work, so make sure the door is open. And then subdue him from around the corner into the room. You've got an easy security guard disguise straight from the beginning if you start in the event entrance. Nice and simple. Best disguise on the map. Now I couldn't remember if this was an actual start location for Freelancer, but just in case you are hanging around this area or you do spawn here, or you wanted an alternative way of doing it from the first method, and you found the first method to be a little bit tricky, then feel free to just follow this bit here, because this is also a very simple way of doing it. This is usually my go-to of getting security guard disguise on Freelancer. So what we're going to do is go all the way into the garage area. It's a little bit of a run, but once you get there, it's a real simple way to get a security guard disguise. So what we're going to do is there's going to be 2 security guards hanging outside, 2 security guards inside. One of them is asleep. And we can take out these cameras here as well, the security evidence. Turn off this little the fuse box right here, and make sure you turn it back on. The security guard inside is going to be alerted by that happening. It's a distraction. Once he comes out, we can just go straight in right behind him. Now in this room, feel free to take out the security evidence. That's the cameras destroyed. And in here, there's going to be a disguise bundle right here for a security guard. There you go. Now if you're starting in the marina, there's another easy way of getting a security guard disguise. It's just one right over here. You can use a suppressed pistol to take him out. Alternatively, you can press your body on this wall, peek out as much as you possibly can, and spam that subdue button. You'll be able to pull him in like that, all I just did there. It's quite funny the way I did it really, but that's the security guard outfit again. Most powerful disguise on the map. Moving on to San Fortuna, we have the village bus stop. Now we skip the opening camera panning shot straight away for this one. Run straight forward, otherwise this guard here is not going to come walk this way. I'm not sure why. So if you wait, he walks around the back for some reason. So if you run straight to him, he's going to come this way. That allows you to subdue him right here with no one around. That'll allow you to put him straight in the crate. And you'll have a disguise that can access most areas on the map, including the mansion, which is the most hardest area to navigate. Next start location is the village bar. There's also 3 coins on the bar there, so if you just in case you need any distractions for that, so you might want to grab those. Coins are very handy tools when it comes to Freelancers, so I highly recommend you getting the collector's coin if you can afford it at the time. It is, I think, 5,000 mercers, but I do definitely think it's worth it. It always comes in handy when you need a reliable distraction. So I should come over here, grab this soda can if you didn't grab those coins.
What? Senor.
Jump over this wall and then chuck the can or your coin by this crate over here. That's going to distract this guard right now, and that's going to allow you to grab his disguise, and this is going to allow you to get access to most of the area of the map. The only place you can't get access to is going to be the underground area or the mansion.
Anyone over there?
Please remove them. And by remove, I mean get rid of. Entirely.
But unfortunately there's no be-all and end-all disguise for Santa Fortuna. There's just bits and bobs when it comes to these disguises. Next start location is the Shaman's Hut, and I'm not particularly a big fan of this start location, but there's a crowbar right here. It's going to be a rusty one, not like the one I'm just showing you right here. This is recorded in the main campaign, but there will be a rusty crowbar there. You'll be able to break open this gate, and you'll be able to see 2 guards coming on the top of this hill right here. What we're going to do is take them both out. So if you have a melee or you have a gun, just shoot them both, or knock one out and push the other one off the ledge if you wanted to. I'm just going to shoot them and punch this guy and throw them off the ledge. Bye bye. And you go. You got the another good disguise to hang around. Beautiful. Moving on to Mumbai, the first start location I thought of was the train start. So you can actually get a good disguise right here, really, if you just jump up there over here on top of these storage containers. There's usually a camera above that door, so you just want to watch out for that grid on Freelancer. I've noticed that's probably a permanent fixture for Freelancer, so I would stay to the left like I've just done there to avoid the camera grid on Freelancer if you can see one. But there's a good disguise you can get here right from the train start. The second start location is going to be the boat start location that I thought of. And you can get a, what's it called now? Is it crow's nest disguise from a security disguise right here? So what we want to do is just turn off this generator, turn it back on. This is going to allow you access to the crow's nest. So if your targets are in there, this disguise is going to allow you in that area. That previous disguise that we showed you, that will allow you access to around the outside of the train station. And yeah. There we go. Easy way to get a crow's nest disguise. Now from the taxi start, so if your targets are in this Rangan's tower, for example, just follow where I'm going. Stay crouched as you're coming through here. You can actually get a very powerful disguise if you follow this path. I've only discovered this recently as well. I've never actually been up here other than a couple of days ago. I thought, wow, I didn't see this before. But now we've discovered it. It's actually a great way of getting a powerful disguise in this area. So to follow all the paths going up, all the way to the top, there's going to be like a guy in a suit right here. That's the disguise we need, but not from him. We're going to wait for him to walk away first. So once he walks away, we can climb up. Stay to the right of the area, just make sure you avoid him. We can drop down here. Just make sure we avoid his line of sight. And this is the guy right in front of us who we're going to knock out. There's also a shovel to your right, so it can aid you in doing that. There we go. There's also a crate in the corner if you want to go hide him. But there we go. This will allow you access to all across the tower. Now, Whittleton Creek, for as far as I can remember, there's only one start location. It's at the statue on the back end of the map. So what you want to do from the beginning here is grab this crowbar out of this tractor, throw the crowbar at this construction worker's head, and crack open this manhole. This is going to be a non-target kill, but we don't want this body to be found, so it's only 50 mercers, and I believe it's worth it. This disguise, by the way, is actually quite a powerful disguise. You can access quite a few areas of the map. But if you are going to need a specific guard disguise, I'm going to show you how to get Cassidy's guard disguise in particular for this one. So if you didn't want to go for that, you can just carry on running over here towards Cassidy's house. Cassidy should have his garage door open. It usually always does. So it's the only open garage is the last house on the right. Close the garage doors once you're inside. And then turn on this generator, sorry. And then turn it back off. What that's going to do is distract one of Cassidy's guards inside. And there should be a wrench on the shelves in here. You can grab that for a knockout tool. Or use the crowbar that we picked up earlier. Once the door's closed, we can knock him out. There you go. We're going to have a Cassidy guard disguise. So it's nice and simple. A way to get another guard disguise. So you'll have access to most of the map. For Isle of Sgail, we're going to start at the harbour. So I want to show you how to get a security guard outfit. The best disguise on this map is the elite guard, the guards with the hoods. So I'm going to show you how to get them from all three start locations that I can remember. I'm not sure if there's more than that, but these are the start locations that I can remember specifically. So pick up this brick in the corner. We're going to chuck it in the corner right there. That's going to distract one of these regular security guards. Now this security guard is actually a pretty good disguise anyway. It just won't allow you access to upstairs to the main, more private areas. Anywhere down and below is completely fine for this disguise. But we're going to take this one for now. And once you've done that, we can climb all the way up the pipe. If you have a suppressed pistol, there's a security room to your left once you get up here. You can shoot it and get rid of the cameras now if you'd want. But if you don't, just carry on going where I'm going. Grab that pistol there, just in case you don't have it added to your collection. Grab this muffin. There's also a coin just in front of this gas canister right there if you want to go grab that. Or was it a screwdriver? I don't remember now which one. It's definitely a melee item or some sort of distraction. But once we've climbed all the way to the top of this ladder, we're going to head all the way around to the back.
Janus's casket. Looks like the Archeans really admired him, but no body.
Drop down here. Just need to get over to this pipe. Over here. Climb all the way to the top. And once you get to this area, it's going to be a trespassing zone, or more likely a hostile area, because you're not allowed in this area with this disguise on. We put this disguise on just to help you get through that last section. But once you're up here, we're going to keep the door open, and then chuck the muffin that you picked up earlier over here.
Wow.
Now, if someone else doesn't come that's not a guard, what you want to do is just put a weapon right there. And then whoever comes to investigate that isn't a guard, he's going to go and tell a guard that there's a weapon on the floor, and this guard is going to come. So it's going to allow you to subdue him and take his disguise. A very easy way to get into this disguise. It does take a little while, a couple of minutes, but it's definitely worthwhile, as this disguise can access anywhere on the map. It's a great disguise to have. So if you're doing anything on Isle of Sgail for a showdown or anything, this is the disguise you want. Now from this start location at the chapel, this is not a good start location. It's the worst one, I think. There's a coin right there from the start, so if you don't have one, that's a good way to get a coin. Slide all the way down this pipe. Stay crouched in the grass. Jump up here all the way to the top. Climb up if the coast is clear and everyone has their back to you. Then turn off this generator. Once he's distracted, turn it back on and hide in the crate. So we're going to get this guy's disguise, and it's going to allow us to get around this helipad without any troubles. Again, we're going to go and get the elite guard disguise for this start location as well.
No way in hell.
So once he comes over and turns his back to you, subdue him, then put him in the crate. And then stick the custodian disguise on. And once we're done that, there's a couple of enforcers still in this airfield, so just make sure you avoid them. Well, one. Now you've got two choices here. You can either bump into this guard at the back, and then just wait for the enforcer to walk away and knock this guy out and put him in the crate if you wanted to. That's if you want to take a risk. If you don't want to take the risk, climb up this pipe right here, go all the way to the top, scale along, and then jump up to this window, climb through it, go through the door on your left, and then the door straight in front of you, and close the door behind you. Now, we're in this area just like we did in the previous bit, so what we're going to do the same thing as we did before. Chuck a coin over here, whatever distraction you have. This time the elite guard didn't see it, hear the thing, so what we're going to do is pick the coin back up, drop a gun on the floor. This person is actually going to see the gun on the floor, and he's going to tell the guard that we need. And he's going to come over to take the gun away, and that's going to allow us to grab his disguise.
Okay, I'll take it from here. Just sit back, relax.
Yeah.
So just move out of the way. Make sure you close the door before you do it. Subdue him or kill him, whatever you want to do. And then drag his body and put him in the nearby crate and grab his disguise. Done. The final location I can remember is the keep. And this is probably the best start location for this disguise, because even though you're probably quite far away from everybody, it's a great way to get a disguise straight away. So what we're going to do is come through this window, overflow one of these sinks, it doesn't matter which one. Once it starts overflowing, it's going to distract an elite guard that's just outside the door. Turn it back off. Climb back out of the window. Wait for him to come in. Make sure you stay crouched when you come through the window again as well. Once he approaches the sink, climb through the window, stay crouched, subdue him. Once you've done that, you can drag his body and now put him in the crate and take his disguise. There we go. Elite Guard disguise for Isle of Sgail. Moving on to New York, one of the start locations is the garage. And once you're here, we're going to grab this hammer. We're going to throw it down here by this back wheel of this truck. It's going to distract one of the guards over here. Retrieve it.
What do you think that noise was?
When one of them goes to investigate, we're going to knock out the other. Once you've done that, retrieve the hammer and pick up the outfit. Then knock out the other guard. There we go. We've got the best disguise on the map. Straight away. Second start location that I have for New York is the audit hall. So you'll be reading the newspaper right here. I'm going to grab the newspaper that's just lying on the table. Might as well grab that.
Listen, I'll see you later, okay?
We're going to come downstairs. We're going to circle all the way around this area. Trying to avoid all the cameras that we can. We're actually going to go to where the vault is. So we actually want to get down the stairs. So what we're going to do is just climb over this little wall. Shimmy along this little ledge. And drop down. Again, make sure you avoid all the cameras in this area. We're now in a trespassing zone, so stay in the blind spot of the camera. Come into this room. Grab the key from the desk. That will unlock this door right here. Sabotage the fuse box to the right. It's going to disable it. It's going to disable the lock, actually, for the vault. And that's going to distract the guard that's inside the security room. We're going to turn it back on. And then the next thing we're going to do is just hide. Because that security guard is going to investigate what that was. And that's going to allow us to quickly grab his outfit. So for now, I'm just going to hide in this crate and wait for him to come. It's just a very, very easy way of getting this disguise if you are trying to, even on the main campaign, if you want to disguise real quick and real easy, this is a great way of doing it. Knock him out. Put him in the crate, take his disguise. And you can clear out the whole entire security room if you wanted to do, really. You could keep sabotaging it and knocking them out if you wanted to, one by one, but there you go. Moving on to Haven Island, straight away, there's 2 guards right behind you. So what we're going to do is turn on this little tap right here. And we're going to drop our gun right at the edge. That's going to distract this guy right here. He's going to come around the corner, he's going to see the weapon, and he's going to tell the guard there's a weapon on the floor.
What? Huh?
There's 2 guards right here, so we're going to take one of them out. So once he starts walking away, turn this off. Because we don't want him to come back.
I'll deal with this. You just hang back.
And once he starts walking away,
Sure thing.
that's when we can attempt to knock out the guard.
Left a weapon lying around.
Stay to the right hand side of this, so you'll actually tuck him in when you knock him out. Once you've done that, grab his disguise. There we go. You can kick him off the ledge if you like. It's up to you. But if you're starting here at the shark hut, you can come inside here. There's going to be a woman actually patting down your bed. I'm not sure if this is actually unlocked, actually. But to just make sure it is unlocked. And if you can get in, then there will be an apple right there. You want to distract the woman and put a gun on the floor. She's going to go then tell a guard. But because this is a main campaign, if you can't do that, we're showing you a different way. So I'll put a gun in the middle of the floor right here. Open the door. Throw an apple on the floor. He's going to come in, see this weapon, and he'll walk off and tell the guard. Only unfortunate thing about this is he can take a while for the guard to actually show up. I'm just going to leave that gun right there. But it can take a while. But eventually when the guard shows up,
Say what?
it will allow us to actually knock him out and take his outfit. But you might want to just go back to the first method, what we did. It's up to you which one you want to go for. They're both equally as decent as the other. Third start location I can remember is the resort pool area. So another quick way of getting a disguise is you exit the blend spot, come over here, stay crouched in the bushes as you're coming through. This is the guard right in front of us. And this guard will go over to towards this gas canister for a cigarette break. That's going to allow us an opportunity to knock him out. Now if there's a guy coming out, it's outside. Just make sure you do this when his back is turned, or just wait for him to go away. Or you might want to distract the guard into these bushes to do it. Moving on to Dubai, first start location is the atrium lobby. So the first thing you want to do is climb up this vine all the way to the top. You're once again trying to go for the elite guard disguise. It's a very good disguise to have. Come through this door when you know the guard on the right is still walking away. and come through this door and run straight past these guards right here. The guard shouldn't see you, but if he does slightly see you, just go back. If you want to take your time. Run straight through here and climb up this ladder. This is where the second start location would start you, which is the art installation balcony. So you might even start the mission right here. And if that's the case, just carry on what I'm doing. Climb up this railing. Come through this door. And knock out this guard. Just make sure no one's walking around the corridor like I just did here. It's a little bit risky, because people can see through that window, of course. But once you've done that, drag his body, put him in the locker. And there we go. You've got the best disguise on the map. The Penthouse Guard. Next start location is the balcony bar. So once you spawn here, come through this door, climb up these ladders. Sorry, the stairs, not ladders. We're now in a trespassing zone, so just be careful as you come through here. I'm rushing a little bit, but you can take your time as you're coming around this section. I'm staying crouched, trying to avoid that line of sight. There's a crowbar there to your right if you want to grab that. There's a guard right here who's just stood next to the wall. What we're going to do is take him out. There shouldn't be anyone in the corridor, but if there is, just make sure that you distract him or something, or take him out somewhere else. Because you don't want to obviously get spotted by anyone around the area. That would be bad, especially if it's a showdown. But once you hide his body here, you can grab his disguise. Moving on to Dartmoor, we've got the main road as the start location. It's not a good start location. We're so far away from everything. And I believe we only have 2 start locations in Dartmoor. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we have this start location and the Alexa's office balcony on the top floor. They're the only 2 that I can remember off the top of my head. I don't think there's any others. Because I don't think he's 47 spawns in that back garden. I'm not completely sure about that, but I don't remember doing that. I don't remember starting there. But from this start location, if you have anything, you have nothing but a pistol, climb over this wall. Just over here, there's going to be a baseball on the floor. Go and grab that. Stay crouched. Just to the right of this van, it's going to be a crowbar. Now, it will be a rusty crowbar for you if you're playing Freelancer. We're going to chuck it over there. It's going to break. Just to get everyone to turn the other way. Stay to the left. Climb through this wall, over the wall and through this door. As you come through these doors, there's some coins here on the table. And you'll be able to come into the bathroom. On Freelancer, there's a security guard right there. There's a bodyguard right there with the security equipment, so you can take out the cameras. It's not here in the main campaign, but it's there on Freelancer. That's the only reason I'm just showing you this room. But if you don't want to do that in this room, feel free to just carry on doing what I usually do, because it's a safe spot. I usually try and get the guards, guys. Come into this bathroom right here, and then overflow one of these sinks. It doesn't matter which one. Once it distracts the guard outside, turn it back off. Press your body against the wall as you're staying crouched. Open the door as he approaches. Then subdue from around the corner like we've been doing quite a lot throughout this video. Once you've done that, place his body in the locker. There we go. You got a nice bodyguard disguise for the entire map. Next start location is Alexa's office balcony. You should have 2 guys below you. Just be careful they're where they are. So once they've finished their conversation, you want to come down here. You've got 2 choices really. You can either take one of these guys' disguises, or you can take the one just down below by the ladder. But you can safely do it here, I think. So you can subdue this guard on the right. I'm actually just going to dump him over the ledge, because I can't be bothered to hide his body. Take the SMG if you want it. I'm going to subdue this guard. Take his disguise. You've got that bodyguard disguise right there. Again, if you want to get rid of the body, just chuck him over the ledge. There we go. That covers Dartmoor. As for Berlin, we'll start off at the club entrance. We're going to come right back outside. This is going to rely on this shortcut being open, so you need to make sure you open this in the main campaign. Just need to get through the frisk zone. If we have access to the back here, then you'll open it, and there you go. Then jump back onto Freelancer, and if this is your start location, you can get through that door. Now, I'm going to show you this start location, which was the club entrance and the the basement bar because I'm going past it anyway, so I might as well show you. That's another spawn point, and we're going to the same location in both start points anyway. So that's why I'm running straight to the basement bar. So you can spawn at the club entrance like we just did, or you can spawn in this room, drinking a bottle of beer. There'll also be a coin on the table now, as well. So once you spawn in, 47 will be doing this. There'll be a coin in front of you. Grab that coin, then we can move on. So the best disguise on this map is the biker disguise. So that's the disguise we're going for. And funnily, really weird because when I actually did recording of this, is the NPC, for some reason she went back and forth trying to figure out who to ask for attention. But you'll see what I mean in a second. What we're going to do is distract someone over there. So we're going to throw a coin on the floor. Usually it's the DJ that comes out, but he didn't this time. Another woman's coming over, but it doesn't matter. Pick the coin back up and drop a gun on the floor. The idea again, as after we've shown you in previous methods, is she's going to see the weapon and she's going to go and tell a guard that there's a weapon on the floor. Maybe you should go check it out. So she goes outside in the corridor, attempting to tell one of the bikers that are on the right, and for some reason she stops and then turns back around. Now this is just a glitch on my end, but she will go and tell those guards any other opportunity. So I'm not sure why she's doing this. And then she goes back over here. And then she stops. And then it goes back again. I got very confused. I was tempted to just restart and re-record it, but I thought, no, it doesn't matter because it doesn't. Either way, she's going to tell the bikers anyway, so it doesn't matter. So tell one of these bikers that there's a pistol on the floor. Go and check it out. That's exactly what one of them are going to do. Just don't try to attack him until she's come back through the door and turned away.
Is that what I think it is?
There's also a cabinet there. If you have a lockpick, you can open that. There'll be a sedative syringe in there. So if you're after one, there's a good little tip there for you. There's also a crate in this room, so if you want to go and hide his body, stick him in there, but it's a good way of getting a biker's disguise. It's very easy. And the other start location you could potentially start from is the biker's hangout rooftop. And if you did spawn here, what you can do is just come all the way down these stairs. There'll be a guard right here patrolling around this area. All you got to do is come to the back there, back end of the area. Turn off this generator. Once he's distracted, we can turn it back on. Press our body against these pallets. And once he comes over, we can subdue him around the corner, then take his disguise. And you've got a nice, easy way of getting a biker's disguise. And it's going to allow you to get access pretty much everywhere. I don't think there's an area where this biker's disguise can't go. There we go. So that was Berlin. So moving on to Chongqing, you might spawn outside on the streets, and if that is the case, the first disguise you can go for is a street disguise, because this all depends on where your targets are. So if you don't want to go around in your suit around the streets in your suit, if you pick up this brick, there'll be a key right under it for the arcade key. Use it on the door. There will be a street guard disguise right here. This will allow you access to anywhere around the streets. If there's not the disguise you're going for and you're going for something else, for example the facility guard location, because one of the facility guard with a red beret, he is basically the best disguise on the map, I think. You can access most of the areas. And then again, I'm not sure about the block building. I don't know about that, but the best disguise in the facility area is definitely the guy with the red beret, the elite guard disguise. I keep forgetting the name, but I always call him the elite one because it's the top military soldier that's hanging around that area. So we're going to come all the way around the back of the end of here. This again is going to require you to have this shortcut unlocked over here, down these stairs. There'll be a guard patrolling up and down this area. This is facility guard, so once you grab this disguise, there's also a crowbar in here that's going to allow you to get into the facility itself if you don't have a lockpick. This is going to allow you to roam around an area that's not level 2. So it's level 1. You can run around this floor. And if your targets are there, great. But if not, just carry on following what I'm doing. Just carry on following what I'm doing. Jump off here. Jump down here. This is usually how I get the elite guard disguise here. So what I do is distract one of these 2 NPCs. Now usually they'd hear that, but because it's not a coin. So again, we're using this basically the same methods we've been doing it for the previous methods. We're distracting someone. He's going to see a gun on the floor. You might want to place it closer to the door, actually, I think. So the guard's got his back to you, so you can subdue it inside this area rather than outside, because you are risking getting spotted by that person just up above the balcony. Alternatively, you can press your body against this wall where I'm at and subdue him from around the corner, and that woman up there shouldn't see the body, but I don't know. She can be a little bit of a strange one.
Why would you leave something
I mean,
like this
alternatively,
behind?
you could just like, if you don't care about, well, you can, if you put the gun in the corner on the left side, and he has his back to you, you can just throw this crowbar at his head, and those people in the corner won't hear it. But because I left it so late to attack him right here, she did see me, unfortunately. But put his disguise on, shook him over the ledge, and there we go. Screw that one. The other start location you could start off at is the balcony area. And if you want a street guard disguise, you can just climb straight up this pipe. There's a brick on the floor. You just throw that at his head. And there we go, we've got a guard disguise. You can put the body in the crate if you'd like to hide him. Alternatively, if you don't want a street guard disguise, let's go back to where we started. And you wanted a block disguise, a block guard disguise. These are the guys in the blue raincoats. Just grab that soda can, chuck it over by the door. That's going to distract one of them on the stairs, and then what we're going to do is obviously knock one of them out, take his disguise, and there we go. We've got free roam of the block building. Last map is Mendoza, which is the best map for Freelancer. I think it's purely down to how open everything is, and the fact that you can get this great disguise for the map that can access everywhere on the map. There's no place this disguise can't go. So it's a great disguise to have, and this is why I usually have, if I see Mendoza, I'm leaving it for a showdown, because it's just the best map for Freelancer in my opinion. Now there's a camera there. I usually shoot that if I have a suppressed pistol, but it's a bit tricky now because I don't have a suppressed pistol if you're a new player. So what you're going to do is knock this guard out and then make sure you're dragging it in its blind spot as close to the gate as possible by this plant. And hopefully his body doesn't get found there, but I would try to take out that camera first before you attempt doing that. But there we go. That's the best disguise on Mendoza. That's the best disguise for Freelancer, I think, overall, actually. But that's going to do it for this video. It's a very long-winded one, but I wanted to get all these details out there to help as many people as I possibly could. People have been asking for this now for over a week. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if it helped you out. It does help me out a lot if you drop a like. It helps the recommendations of YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, I appreciate it. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of all the future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon, or even becoming a member of the channel like everyone else on this credits list. All you can do is just click the join button next to the subscribe button, or click the link in the description for all the details of that. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later. Cheers.